And it is that very passion that's driving kids into martial arts from a very young age.
My daughter has been training since she was 6 years of age. She's now about to turn 15 years of age. She's trained in a number of different styles. She's a probationary second dan in karate and really loves doing the cross training and getting involved in the Muay Thai. When she was in primary school, she had quite a few issues with bullying. We thought the best way to address that was to get her into martial arts. We've noticed a big change in her self-confidence, in her ability to focus, and her ability to tackle different challenges that get thrown at her, whether be they social situations or school situations, academic sorts of situations. We find that it's helping to equip her, for situations as she's growing up into a young woman.
I believe that the martial arts gives the children some focus, some coordination, and they're disciplined. They're taught to respect. It's not about hitting or punching each other. It's more about discipline and a sport and being fit. So that myth of coming to kickboxing and then going to school and start hitting others, that doesn't happen, and they don't feel that they need to do that anyway because they're feeling good in themselves.
My son's 11, he's been training for 2 years now and he's really enjoying it. The benefits with the training for Nicholas I've noticed is his confidence and coordination. He just really enjoys it, he loves coming down. The training's also helped with his basketball. He plays with a lot bigger kids and he doesn't feel intimidated like he used to.
So my daughter, she's turning from a teenager, starting to turn into a young woman now, and I think it's important that she's got the sorts of skills that martial arts can provide. So I think as parents it gives us a degree of confidence that when she does start going out and mixing with things at school parties or getting into the nightclubs in a few years' time, that she's had the background and the grounding that she's got to be able to deal with those situations in terms of the self-confidence and the self-defence.
So they're starting young. In fact, younger is probably the best way to put it. Great physical training, we all know that. But so many more important aspects than just the physical training.
Well, it really is developing a young mind, developing a young self-esteem, being more confident in your own ability. It's all part of it.
Is there a right time for a youngster to start in the martial arts? Is there an optimum time? Is there a good time, a bad time?
Probably, look, I'd like to say probably around about when kids are starting school. So primary school age is probably a good time. Kids are starting to learn that they have to focus, they have to listen to teachers, they have to pay attention to tasks. So that's probably the optimum time.
Respect, not just physical respect, respect for peers, respect for others, but respect for yourself, very important.
Well, definitely. Of course, these days there's a lot of ambiguity around how one person should treat another, perhaps,
yes.
When it comes back to basic traditional values. But treat people as you like to be treated yourself. That is really the golden rule for me.
You were mid-teens before you started initially in judo, and we've spoken about it on too many occasions. You wish it was a whole lot earlier.
I do, and to me, probably everything I've become and everything I am, I owe to the martial arts training. I was a bit of a troubled youth, I suppose, in that I had very low self-esteem, was contemplating, even suicide, and had a lot of personal issues when I was a lot younger, lacked a bit of direction, was bullied at school a lot. To the point, especially in secondary school, I didn't want to go to school. I grew up in a very hard industrial suburb of Melbourne.
Yep.
Went to a school called Northcote Tech, which was renowned for being pretty hard back in the day. All sorts of weird and wonderful things happened to me, mostly on the bad side, I would say. The martial arts training give me purpose, give me direction, give me brotherhood, give me mentoring, and really give me a reason to live. And that's really in the big package how I'll put it out there.
Yeah, spoken by one of the experts of the industry in Australia. If you do have kids or nieces, nephews, friends, it is an ideal world for them to enter, and probably a lot different from what the stereotype is.